Basically, we just got done with the troll and that was it.
Yeah, so like we're still there. Like,
Yeah. All right. So within the pits of shadow is where you are, but you've come through. And while darkness lingers still, the palpable and almost overwhelming presence has left the area. While your wounds are great, Armir and Caranthir coax you to leave the dark ruins before lesser eyes of evil investigate what has happened here. And you push on to the east, through the dark and beyond, what you think you can muster from your tired bodies, the light of Caranthir's staff keeping you going. At last, Armir calls for a halt, and you fall exhausted into the dusky ferns, the ranger starting a smokeless and lightless fire to warm yourselves as you rest. And through your rest, you hear noises in the wood, whispers among the treetops, chittering black squirrels, and horns blow somewhere in the distance. And when you wake, there is still no light, as the forest doesn't permit such niceties, but you take a bit of tea provided to you by Radagast the day before the journey into the shadow and manage a meager breakfast. When you headed out, after the battle, we would assume that Caranthir can probably treat whatever wounds we have at least to 2 points, because I think I'm at 3. I don't know. I'm sure everyone else is even worse than that. So
I had 3 before I got knocked out.
yeah.
But we can try those wounds if you want to try them on people, Caranthir. I don't know if Caranthir he might not even been hurt because he was standing back from the brutality.
I have 5 wounds. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let me grab those here.
Well, you got that heal potion. It'll give you 1 back, Mark.
Right.
Yeah, but that does nothing.
Right.
Okay, so Aramir's first.
Okay.
5, you're good. You get 2.
Okay, so I'm at 1.
Dromer, 7, you're good. You get 2.
Down to 1.
And our little halfling friend, 3, you're good. You get 2. How about Enzel?
Oh yeah, I definitely need healing.
And a 2. You're good. So everybody gets back 2.
All right. And then we can make the assumption that Talsrit probably has been hurt. I think he was close to. I almost killed him too. I had 2 of you dead to rights, and somehow you escaped it.
Me. That's one of them.
Yeah. So you take the tea that day or in the morning as you manage through. That would be anyone who heals at 1 day would get another wound back. I think so. She's hardy.
I'm fine again. I mean, I still have 1 wound, but
and while southern Mirkwood is certainly the realm of the necromancer, Talsrit knows that there are secret caches set up here by the elves for those in need among the southern thickets. So the following day, he finds signs of one such cache, and within 2 hours, you climb a secret stair into the lofty treetops above the dark forest below. Light streams into the canopy, the high canopy elven blind, created from tending the tree to the whims of elven crafters long ago. And here, atop a sea of dark green leaves, awash with black-winged butterflies, you enjoy the light of the summer sun for the first time in days. Flowers grow amid the high boughs of this place, and great white petals providing fragrant scents as Talsrit finds spider silk hammocks and linen blankets, as well as limbus bread and spring berries, likely delivered here by birds sent from the realm of Therendril in the far north to make sure that each cache is kept fresh. You can rest here among the sea of green, healing your wounds and taking in each other's company as you like. But you have an opportunity to feel unmolested from the forest below for a bit. It takes 3 days for Armir to get his wound back if you rested. So I just got that marked. We can take 1 day off. So he's got 2 more days until he's fully healed. I don't know what everyone else is looking like.
That's where Drommer is.
2 days and you're
Yeah,
good.
2 more days.
Yeah.
What determines that again?
It's 10
resilience.
minus your resilience in days for 1 wound.
So 10 minus 8 is 2. So
1 more day.
You would get 1 wound back in 1 more day. I don't know how many wounds you're currently at.
3.
Probably 3, yeah.
But you could take your potion.
Well, I'll wait to take that until I get rid of another one because it doesn't matter right now.
Right. And care in theory, you're fine at this particular point, right? You're not.
Yeah.
Everyone is rested, so you get your CCV back. So everyone, all the spellcasters are good there. And you have like this moment of peace atop Mirkwood looking out on a sea of green. If there's anything here you wish to do over the course of the time, I guess you can rest here for 2 days if you like. You're not pressed by anything at this particular moment, so you can get those wounds back, at least getting people closer.
Or say we did what we came for, right?
Yeah, you got the evil.
We just got to continue towards Aramir's place.
Rhun. Yeah. So if anyone has any stories to tell, you could tell those over the course of the time that you're here in the Elven Blind atop the world.
Parenther can go into part 2 of his story of the Silmarils if you want.
Sure. Yeah, let's hear about this Silmarils while we rest up.
Okay.
And how they corrupted you and how you became the dark and who you killed for them.
I was the dark before the Silmarils.
It didn't take the Silmarils to make you dark.
It just made me worse. So also known as the Jewels of Feanor, the 3 Silmarils were a set of 3 gems crafted by Feanor, my father, from the essence of the 2 trees of Valinor, made by Yavanna and Nienna, and named Talpirion the silver and Laurelian the gold before the First Age. They were among the most prized of all the wonders crafted by the elves and were coveted by many. It was said that the fate of Arda was woven into the Silmarils. Recognizing their immense beauty, they were hallowed by Varda, queen, sorry, I need my glasses. Hallowed by Varda, queen of the Arda, so that no hands unclean or anything evil could touch them. Feanor would often wear them blazing on his brow at feasts and would allow others to see them, but as he began to suspect his kin, he no longer displayed them openly, allowing only his father and sons to view them. So beautiful they were, they birthed jealousy. After Feanor was exiled to Formenos, the Silmarils were stored in a chamber of iron. As all know, together with Ungoliant, Melkor destroyed the 2 trees, the Silmarils now containing all the remaining light of the 2 trees. Therefore, the Valar entreated Feanor to give up the Silmarils so they could restore the trees, but he refused. Soon after the destruction of the 2 trees, the Valar made the moon and the sun out of the last flower of Talpirion and last fruit of Laurelian, respectively, setting them in the heavens to give light to the world. Thus the years of the sun began, and men awoke at the first rising of the sun, and after that time, every following age was counted in solar years exclusively. Then news came. Melkor had killed Feanor's father Finwë, the High King of the Noldor, and stolen all the gems, including the Silmarils. After this deed, Melkor fled to the northlands of Middle-earth to his ancient fortress of Angerbod. Melkor, now named Morgoth by Feanor, set the Silmarils in his iron crown. Feanor was furious at Melkor and at the Valar's perceived desire to take the gems for their own purpose. He and his 7 sons swore that they would wage war against any being that withheld a Silmaril from them. Feanor and his sons swore the oath to Ero Ilúvatar, Manwë, and Varda were the witnesses. Feanor, as well as the greater part of the Noldor, traveled back to Middle-earth in pursuit of Morgoth. His flight, which began the first age of Middle-earth, led to a great grief for the elves, beginning with the kinslaying of Alqualande, and eventually for the men of Middle-earth. 5 major battles were fought in Beleriand, but ultimately the Noldor failed.
So, I mean, this story, obviously, you're in this standpoint, you're just reading it from a history. So you're not reading it from first person. Like, I was there, I saw him, I killed these things. It was my father who made them. It was my granddad who got killed.
Mhm.
So yeah. When you put the story, when you put the tale out to tell us particularly about it, are you looking at it from a standpoint of telling it in third person, like telling it as a tale, not involving yourself in it?
Telling it as a tale without myself in it.
Okay. Yeah, and you're doing that specifically because you don't want that, I mean, not necessarily that we don't know, but still.
Right. And I'm trying to distance myself from that Caranthier. Since I don't feel like I'm technically him since I've been reborn.
Right. You've gotten your second chance. What are second chances, Enzo?
Regrets.
For her. All right. Yeah, he obviously spins out the tale, that section of the tale of the Silmarils, which probably has some discussion amongst all of you, what happened to them, those type of things, what happened to the sons of is Fenway, or is it
Feanor?
Feanor. So those type of things. So it's really up to you what you divulge concerning yourself or your rebirth. But obviously with those type of things, there's going to be question.
Mm-hmm.
And we know you're ancient because you've talked about meeting. Have you talked about? I feel like you've spoken about meeting the first dwarves, but I don't know if you ever told us you were the first person to meet dwarves.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Okay.
I mean, I think saying that he's a son of Feanor itself is indication that he's really old.
Really old. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Caranthier is happy to, entertain questions, and he'll be honest and forthright with you. But yeah, as far as he's concerned, that's the story of another guy.
Right. All right. Well, you're able to rest up here. The Armir will have Enzel decorate his other arm, since it gave him such a luck in the last battle with his vineyard arms, his grape arms. If you want to do that over the course of the time you're here, but otherwise it's just a healing and pleasant time on a trip that's been rather hard to this point, especially once you hit the Misty Mountains and have moved over. So you have a couple days of peace here, which is nice, before you finally depart the Elven Blind and you re-enter the world of darkness below, in Mirkwood itself. Each step taken is tedious, even with the guidance of Armir and Talsrid. And all your survival skills are tested again and again, day after day, as you fight your way through the dark interior. Spiders continue to harass you, as do small groups of orcs, making each day living on the edge that is almost intolerable. But after 8 days of hard going, the trees finally begin to slacken and the sky becomes more visible. And finally, you emerge onto the great open plains of Rhovanion, as Armir calls it, Rhovanion. It is here that Talsrid says he must depart and seek Radagast, but instructs you that there is a village nearby and that he will meet you there in 3 days. And if you don't hear from him, you're to move on, and he will catch up with you if he is able, unless something has happened. So you say your goodbyes to him for now, as he goes to seek the woodland wizard. And within an hour's walk from the forest edge, however, a small community of less than what you would consider 100 individuals appears within the ruins of a much larger ancient city that has been laid low many centuries before, although you would consider it to be of human make in the stonework that you see here that has been laid across the land. You are greeted here by dark looks from the sullen population as you move into the town. Inzil, are you cowled as normal? Are you strolling in off? Look at me.
Probably at this point, no, just because they've spent so many days. She's not thinking about having her cowl up or anything. She's been around
Okay.
spiders. Spiders don't care.
In the closeness of the wood.
Yeah.
All right. Then you can see some of those eyes, however, greet you with a varying degree of emotions, from desire to hatred, whatever things are illicit upon you. And you notice very quickly that you are not cowled at this particular point, once you see the people begin to take notice of you. And you can see that, however, in the town, as you move into it, there is a single thatch roof tavern inn called the Broken Wheel, that looks like the only place here that would be available to get food, get drink, get rest amongst the people of this town as they whisper and move about under their errands. So you can move into it if you like. Obviously, everyone here has been subsisting on not readily cooked fresh foods at this particular point or drink. I'm sure Milo he's wasted away to nothing. Poor guy, he hasn't had a second breakfast or noon teas or whatever the hell else he's supposed to be having. Is that true, Mark? Or is Mark I can't hear him.
Sorry, what?
Is Milo wasted away?
Milo's not real happy right now.
She'll be fully healed.
Right, but it has been 8 days, so you would consider everyone would be fully healed. But yes, you are readily starving for a poor hobbit. So
I do have my own food supplies,
right, you've been hitting that up hard over the last fortnight. Yeah.
Yeah, even I'm tired of lembas bread.
Yeah.
Not like mother used to make.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
ready
I
for
do
an
have
ale.
just rations. Then yes, I am.
I have a feeling if we walk into the Broken Wheel here in years to come, they're going to call this the War of Sausages. These guys are going to see Enzel, and it's just going to be everybody driving hard to the hoop.
As funny as that would be to see, maybe I should put my cowl on.
And they're going to be looking at all of us.
If she noticed that she wasn't wearing it and she was going to go into an establishment, she would definitely put it on.
And they'll be looking at all of us like we're the ones they got to get through to get there.
It's true. And they'd have a hard time doing it.
Yeah, they would. You just killed a demon troll from the old world.
Not me. I'm going up to the fireplace and putting my feet up and smoking my pipe.
That's fair.
John was going straight to the bar.
You move inside. You can see there a few hard-looking locals. Most of them have the look of Northmen, and they eat and drink. They eat smoked lamb and eggs, and drink mead and beer, it seems like. While there are a few darker folk there who are eating skewers of meat and have tankards of milk, it looks like, that slough down their little thin beards and
Easterlings.
Yeah, long mustaches, and they look at you with bangles in their hair and ears. But you are certainly allowed entrance and can do as you like. You can head to the fire, Mark, if you want to, and
yes,
put up
please. After I order some food, of course.
And you're ordering drink, I assume, Joe. You said as you moved
drink
in.
and food.
You can see your party obviously get some eyebrows here, as you are a mixed lot, strange looking people to the town from all manner and walk. But you are greeted to have your orders taken by a sallow faced girl. You can see she has a black eye and a busted lip. And you do note that on her neck, as she comes up to ask for your orders and what she can find for you, that she bears a brand upon her neck, probably of an Easterling clan, and is likely
Slayer.
less than 20 winters old. The food here, you are informed, for a meal is 1 gold, and as are the rooms for the evening.
Is she an Easterling herself?
She is not. She has fair straw hair.
So a northern lass.
Like the most of the Northmen here, although they're mostly brown bearded.
Is there any way to tell if these Easterlings are all from the same clan?
You can take a look. I'll let you make a awareness check.
Okay. Just made it with an 8.
Okay. Yeah, you would think so. And they bear the same their assemblage is the same as the brand which she has upon her neck. You can see the brand itself is I mean, it's circular, but it has a face in it. But half of the face is what you would consider human, and the other half is reptilian.
I'm going to let you make this call since it's not specified in the stories. I do have some beef with an Easterling clan that was led by Ulfang.
Yeah.
I don't know what clan he was in. So if I would somehow in 3,000 years manage to remember this was his clan, then I might change my actions here, but
probably not.
I'm assuming it's
in
not.
a couple clans, but I know you do have a clan that you do not like, that you have beef with. So I've got that in memory, but I didn't know if you knew a name of them. If you don't, I can make up their name, but this is not them.
Yeah, I just know the name of their leader, and I would have known the clan, but it's not written in the story, so I'm just gonna let you make it up or whatever. Yeah.
You can see when she comes up to ask for your drinks and stuff, you can see her eyes, which are incredibly blue, get quite wide when she sees Inzil in her elven garb and dress, even though her face is covered. And you can see she seems incredibly nervous to take your order, as her eyes like to flitter over to the men of the bar, particularly the Easterlings that are there.
I say we do a reveal. Pull off the mask. Let's do this.
Let's go.
I think once she's done taking everybody's orders, she's gonna try to track her down, talk to her privately.
All right, you get up and move to the bar where she's put in the orders to a broken down cook that's there, and she starts a bit when she turns around to see you lording over her. She's small, probably about 5'2", so I mean, and I know you're not a giant among the among those people, but you're still probably 5'7", 5'8", I would think. So yeah.
These ass hats are lucky I'm not playing a paladin character right now, or it'd already be thrown down.
Yeah, Mark could be on it. There'd be blood all over this bar right now.
Yep.
I'm just gonna ask her if she's in any trouble. Kind of indicating to her.
You can see she stutters a bit at that. And her hand goes up to touch the brand nervously. And you can see her eyes flitter toward the Easterlings that are here. And you can see them staring hardly at her as she's trying to get anything out, and then all she can basically get out is shaking her head no, like no, I'm okay, kind of thing.
Sure. Well, Enzel will go back to the table, see if she can't find a scrap of paper, and start jotting down a note.
And making the assumption that
She
she
can
can
read.
read. Yeah, that's an intriguing one. Who knows?
That's fair.
That's
Well,
fair.
Just in case
Right.
she can. Enzel's gonna see if she can't convince this girl to leave, essentially. Red flags are going up in Enzel's mind. She immediately wants to make sure this girl's all right.
All right, you're thinking that over. You're sitting at the table with Karen Thier and Armir. Drummer, you're at the bar, already sucking down your second tankard as you drain the first one as soon as it was placed before you. You've just gotten your pipes nicely smoking Milo at the fire. Your feet are finally feeling a little bit
I already
better
paid
after-
2 gold. I'm praying these guys don't do something stupid until tomorrow.
That's what I did too.
And at that moment,
I'm going to be eyeing everyone else in the bar with side-eyed.
at that moment, you can see a gang of 8 men
Oh no!
come
No,
in
no,
through the
no, no.
door. All of them with
No,
long black mustaches, almond shape
no,
eyes,
no.
banded armor. They all carrying the same type of sigil that you've seen prevalent here and as well. One with the crest upon his upturned helmet that matches that of the girl's tattoo. I shouldn't say tattoo, brand. Steps forward and he declares, "What brings such Western rabble to Drun?" Karen Thier takes off his glasses. I don't know. The 7-foot elf. Yeah. What's he doing?
Our business is none of yours, Easterling.
He's no fan of the Easterlings, boy. He doesn't like them.
That was the first betrayal.
Right. You can feel, I mean, it's funny. I watch a lot of videos. Nerd of the Rings does some great ones. Anyway, there's a lot of great videos you can watch online, and they're just awesome. But I've seen the stuff on that battle in particular, and those betrayals. As interesting. Every time I see the betrayal, all I can think of is Karen Thier getting upset with the Easterling. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you are reborn, Karen Thier. You've obviously got a different nature than you had before, but just seeing these dudes, something from that old self of yours.
It's what those kids today call triggering. I am being triggered by his microaggressions.
Just him being there is a microaggression.
I'm not sure that was a microaggression. I think that was a full-on. That was a full-on aggression.
Drummer here, Karen Thiel say that and Duran's beer and drain it.
Drain it. Better get that drink drained before.
Make sure he gets one full beer in.
Right.
Yeah, better tap out my pipe into the fireplace because I know it's coming.
And the guy says, "I am Al Kamik, the tree warden of the Shem Iqbal." And you assume Shem Iqbal is the name of his clan, but you don't know the translation because you probably don't speak Easterling. I mean, you could very well. I mean, you're so ancient, it's possible you do, but if you don't,
but I mean, it was such a brief thing so long ago. Even if I did, I wouldn't remember much Easterling.
And you are trespassers of the sky beneath the serpent. You will pay a tax of 100 gold, or you will receive 10 lashes from a Wayne Rider whip and be sent back to the trees that produced you. And so like, are you calculating, or are you just thinking, I don't know about this kid? I don't know.
Are you doing like
Well, guess we're
How
killing
much do I
some
want to attack
Easterlings.
these guys?
Yes, some Easterlings are gonna get their asses whipped.
That is a tax I would like to see you actually collect on.
Enzo's absolutely fascinated by Karen Thair's microaggressions. He's just fascinated. Like, what is this?
First time in 3 weeks I get a good drink, and you got to go ruin it.
All right, Karen Thier, I assume you step up, from your position, rising to his full 7 feet in height with his long blonde hair flowing behind him and staff coming forward with a glimmer in it. You can see most of
No,
the
remember
north.
Noldor are jet black hair.
Are they jet black? I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny because obviously Gladriel is Noldor, but she's blonde, known for her blonde hair for that matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, your dark locks moving down, and you can see the Northmen kind of shy off at this one, like, holy fuck, I don't know what's going on here. But the Easterlings, although probably wowed by your size, don't seem to be overtly dropping back from that. And you can see they pull forth scimitars. A couple of them have spears that are already in hand as they look to threaten you in that fashion. And I guess it will be in a knit if you guys are looking to combat these.
I think we have a
Yeah.
choice.
Okay.
It's throwdown time.
Karen
No.
got a 2.
Milo got an 8+3 for 11.
11 for Milo. Got it.
11 for
Karen
drama.
Thier, what'd you get, drummer?
11.
11 too. Okay, as well.
And I got a 3.
Yay. She was too busy watching Karen Thier's microaggressions to be ready to fight.
She's like, oh, we're fighting now.
Karen Thier, what'd you get?
A 2. 1 plus 1.
Nice. Oh, I put that in Aramir's, but that's all right. Aramir got he's a +4. That's crazy. He got a 6. And a 2 for Karen Thier. All right. And
Karen Thier is not fast.
he big, but he's not fast. And these are medium, so they're +2. So 8. Take it 10. And 6. All right. So first 2 people to go, Milo and Drummer, go at the same time. So it's really up
Go
to
for
you.
it, Milo.
Obviously, one of you is at the bar, probably the furthest away from these guys. Milo, you're probably closest to them at the hearth, but you would be at their flank, and they don't seem to have paid too much attention. There might be a couple guys there.
I'm gonna nail one of the spearmen with one of my Numenorian throwing knives.
Wasn't expecting that.
Enough
right.
talk.
Mhm.
I got a 5, which my ranged combat is a 7. So what's their DT?
The DT for the spearman is 2.
So I still hit, just barely.
Goes right through his banded armor. So
Is that considered a surprise attack then, or no?
They're ready for combat, so no. And you weren't
Okay.
hitting. They were aware of you. They just weren't focusing on you.
I do a die 10 + 2. And I do max damage, 12 points.
Nice hit. That's a wound. Hit him in the shoulder. And Dromer, you're further back, so it's like you then the tables, then them. So you're at a distance.
Is there a bunch of people in the way, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some tables, people, yeah.
He'll quick his battle axe out, and he's got a hellacious movement, so I'm assuming I'll be able to get to one of them.
Yeah, you can take your battle axe out, move forward, blast through a table like a rolling stone, a boulder, you can see their food goes everywhere. A couple Northmen fall back away from the table as you blaze in with a battle roar of the dwarves into the front line of these guys. There's 2 spearmen are there trying to stop you. Oh,
That is a 2.
Dwarf's dynamite.
dwarves.
Yeah. 19 points.
Okay. 19, that kills him. You just cut him down. Ah, he falls
Next.
back. And then we go. Next person to go is Al Kamik. You can see he steps forward, moving quickly, and he's got a cape that flows behind him of red silk, and he slashes with a scimitar that has rings about the pommel at Caranthir, who's dared to speak against him.
Call him out in his own place.
How dare you?
But you've got the warden's armor on now. You got the heavy the battle armor.
Mm-hmm.
He still takes a swing at it, so we assume you have a 4. Okay, he has a 9. 1! Maybe he can just cut your head clean off. 6, no critical, but he does it. And he does 21 points.
Ooh, that is a wound.
You can see he strikes down hard, and sparks fly as he strikes with his scimitar against your elven steel, driving you back into the table. It slides across the ground shortly, shoving into Inzel's stomach. She had not gotten up yet. The next person to go then will be the spearmen. They're gonna get to go.
Right, Rove.
So 2 spearmen will go against Joe, because there would have been 3, but only one, but you killed one of them. So this will be against Dromer. A 10 and a 1. The 1's gonna hit. 5, no critical. But they do 17 points.
1 wound.
Actually spear into you. And 1 spearman attacks Milo, who he threw against. 1! Holy mother, that dice.
Christ.
No crit.
That's a lot of ones.
But he hits Milo for 13 points. I'm not sure if that wounds you or not.
That does wound me just barely.
And then, so these 2 are on Dromer, Milo, and then there's 4 more. We're going to take 2 on Armir and 2 on Inzil. They move in. They've got scimitars. 2 on Armir, a 5 and a, tell me what I got.
1.
1. 6. I can't confirm the damn things, but I can hit with 1.
You can take your Taylor spite, shove it where the sun don't shine.
You can see he's hacks at Armir with it, but his elven chain resists it. And he slides back away from the table. The other 2 come in at Inzil, slashing at her. At 8 and a 2, I didn't get a 1 that time, but the 2 is going to hit. And they hit her for 17 points. Slashes at her. You can see she takes a step back, her traveling cloak and robes flowing around her as she moves away from the table. And second 6. Nice. All right. The next person to go is Armir. He's got 2 on him, so he'll go against one of those. Gets a 2. Out comes Aglian and slashes as it trails electric shocking sparks through the air and hits him for 21 points. cuts one down. He lets out a scream as he falls. And then it is Enzil at 3.
All right. I don't have a weapon out, so I need to pull that out.
That is true.
But in the meantime, she's gonna pull it out and like kick a chair towards the guys who are attacking her.
Did you take hand to hand?
No,
I didn't.
no, it's
Somebody
purely
did. Somebody took it. Like I'm
I
not
did.
getting. Karen there took it. All right. You
Mm.
slide a chair against him. He grabs it, tosses it to the side as your blade comes out, and it flames with a blue light. Oh, you can see it lights up their faces and their long mustaches with a blue light. Their eyes glow. And Karen Thier.
So
We
I'm
assume you have your
assuming.
staff out because you were standing with it, but you did not have your sword drawn, if that's what you're
Well, that's
doing.
what I was going to ask. I would assume I would be drawing my sword if I'm standing up to face this guy.
You pull it out, and the entire area you can hear a wind blow through.
Can I do
Up their hair.
I can do that as just like a free action, right? I can do something else this round.
You can't
Pull
you
it and
can
cast.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
could
can't cast
Okay.
if you're pulling it out. You can do something small, but
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, I
Pulling it out
can't
is
draw the
the action.
weapon and cast.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
All right. So then I guess we go top of the order again. We'll take Milo first. You've got a guy on you trying to spear you. Well, you threw at him last time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So he has a pole arm, so that's he gets to attack first against you because he's got range and you didn't close, you threw. So
I can throw again.
He's got
True.
more knives.
yeah, that's true.
It ain't like I got one knife.
Yeah, if you want to go another range, you can stay back from him. You skitter across the hearth, draw another knife, and toss it.
And get a 3, which will hit. And I do.
Low.
8
can't
plus
always
2, 10 points. Ah.
Damn it. You dropped him. He tumbles
Blah,
over.
blah, as he gurgling as the knife hits his throat.
And then it is Dromer. Yeah, two
Alright.
guys on you. They both have spears and you're melee, so they do get to go before you get to go.
But I closed in on them. Or did they back
No,
up?
you killed one of them.
Okay.
He's dead. They're staying back with their spears. Keep him at bay. A 10 and a
1.
1. It was a different die, but I still got 9. Can't confirm for the life of me, but good Lord, I can hit with those. Wow, a 7 and 9, 16 points.
This close. You got me last time with 17, not this time.
The dwarven mail. You can see it
Alright.
just bends the spear point on it. What the?
And the one that hit me got a 4, so that hits. 4. Ooh, 15, 20 points.
Killed him. Slashed him down. Yeah.
And
He
just kind of
falls to the
look over at the other one.
ground. And then it is Alchemique. Gonna take another shot at Karen Thier. Hits with a 4. Slashes you again for 21 points. A 10 and an 8.
Jesus.
He's driving back the Noldor with a hatred for your elven race. All
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
right. The next person to go would be the regular guys. The guy's already gone on Dromer, but they haven't gone. So a guy on Armir, 7, missed him. And the 2 guys on Inzil, a 5 and a
Damn, dude.
9.
What is that, like 9 1s already?
It's
And I've not
insane.
confirmed any of them. How's that possible? That's
Is
crazy.
it possible you got
Mercy.
9
It's
1s in the
ta-
first round?
It's Taylor's spite, man. I'm telling you.
11 points of damage, Inzil.
Okay.
One
Another
slashes
wound.
at you. You're able to block the first one away with your sword. And Milo, you turn around. Just as a blade comes and slashes you across the stomach from the side of the hearth.
Bastard sitting down.
4 DT.
All right, he got you. That is I'm just rolling for his crit right now. Plus 2d10.
Well, you can blow me.
And 15, 20, 21 points.
Ha ha ha. So funny.
You can see one of the Easterlings that was at the table had slunk over there. And then you can see two appear behind Dromer taking shots at him. They made their stealths too. One of them does hit.
Awareness against those, though.
Not if you're in combat against them and they make it.
Okay.
That's why nobody gets them against you either when they're in combat. They just have to make stealth. Next person, that is a 10, which is an instant kill, which I can't get on
Can't be
Joe.
done.
So, whang! One hits him on top of the head though and knocks him out for 4 rounds.
They're gonna go.
And you take 19 points.
That takes a.
You
Yeah,
can
I
see
got
the dwarf goes to-
I got 4 fate points. Give me a shot.
You want it? You're not going down to these damn Easterlings and their assassins. And let's see what we got here.
I can't see it anyway.
Yeah, we can't see it.
9. Nope,
Nope.
they're gone.
All right.
You're still oof. You go
Give
down
me
and
a wound. I'm out for 4. All right.
And that was all 3 of them. Those were the Easterlings that were in there. And then it is Armir. He's got 1 more on him, so he can try to finish him. A 6. They've got a 2d10 hits. And does 20 points. Killed him. He falls. Next person goes Inzil.
Okay. And attack one of the guys near me. I don't know
Are you
which
putting
one.
anything into the blade, or are you just hitting
Yes. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the
Fire.
fire damage on it. Yeah. So well, I rolled an 8, so I don't think I hit anybody.
Nope. They got a
Nope.
2d10. Clang! It goes across his eastern banded armor, leaving a trail of smoke, but does not hurt him. He shows you horrible rotted teeth as he smiles at you. And then it's Caranthier.
All right. I'm giving him the CCV of air as well
Okay.
from Villia Sulca.
Villia Sulca.
1
Woo!
out of 7.
That's still gonna hit. You drive him back with the fury of the Noldor.
Let's see. 9, 15, 19 points.
Killed him. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's Al Kamik. That's one.
Alchemique.
You draw blood. You'll pay for that, elf. I'll lash you until there's nothing left of your flesh on your back. The next person to go then is top of the order, which is Milo, now staring at a guy that's watching you bleed. He smiles.
Well, I'm gonna attack him, and it's gonna be a push. I try
What
and
are you
spear him
attacking
up
with?
against the fireplace with my short sword, which I quick draw. Yeah, 3. Ha ha.
Ugh.
Let's see. These 2. 2d10 plus 3. And I got an 8 and a 5 is 13 plus 3 is 16.
Killed him. He falls over. He had no armor or anything. You just cut him open. As you dive on top of him, his feet go up in the air. Shh. The next person to go then is Dromer. You're down. And then unfortunately it is theirs. So Al-Kamik, he attacks Caranthier, but he misses with an 8. Now that you got the blade out, he can't get through your defense. his blade sparking against yours. The guy, there's one guy that was left on Dromer, and then the two guys that assassinated Dromer got him down. They don't even know if he's alive or dead, but he's down. They're going to, we'll see who they go for. But they hear their friend cry out, so they're going to rush Milo, but it won't be a sneak attack.
Of course.
Get off of him, you little bastard. And then the other one's going to attack Armir that was on Dromer with his spear. Misses Armir, and a 2 on Milo. An 8 and a 2, so the 2 does hit. And he does 13 points.
Of course he does.
And that is all of them. Then it goes to Armir. It's got a new one on him that was on Dromer. And a 7 is going to hit dead on. And he does 18 point, killed him. Slashes him down with Aglian. And then it is Inzil. Still have 2 on you. Both
All
of them.
right, let's see if I can hit anybody this time with the fire. Nope. Nope, I don't hit anybody.
You're not impressing anybody today with your
No.
skills, Inzil. Although you do fight. You can see they're turning your blade to the side, and then Karen Thier.
Same as last round.
Putting that dice
5
in jail.
should hit, I assume.
A what?
A 5.
His DT is 4, so if you've got a 9, you're good.
Yep. And the air. 9 and 8, 17 points.
That's a wound. Guys in back. Another step. And then you would know it. Back to the top of the order. Another one for you, Joe.
Yep.
And Milo. You got 2 guys slashing at you.
I pushed last turn, so I don't get attacked this turn.
And it's back to Alchemique. He gets a 6, so he misses. There's nobody on Armir. Or 2 on Inzil. A 5 and a 2. But he only does 8 points against you, Inzil. Not sure if your wound threshold takes that or not, probably.
Nope.
2 against Milo. A 2 and a 6, so the 2 hits. And the Taylor Spite gets a 14.
Of
You
course.
got that, Milo?
Yeah, I got it.
They're backing him against the hearth. So with the blade swinging down on him, he's trying to block them away. And then it is Armir. Armir will leap to the defense of Milo, who looks like he's struggling, and try to kill one of these guys, and gets a 9, but they have no DT. So he slashes and kills one. He falls over, bringing up Milo for a moment, and then it is Inzil.
All right, let's using a different die. 4.
There you go.
You
There we
nail
go.
one.
All right. Inzil's annoyed, so she's gonna put 2 levels of smite and her fire into it.
You have to roll for the smite. The
Oh
spell.
yeah, that's true. 10.
So you're not putting the smite in, but
I'm
you
not
still,
putting any smite into it, no.
but you
All
can
right.
see she's incanting there, but she gets interrupted as she hits first.
$19.
Killed him. Took his head off.
Yes.
It sails to the bar, thumps there, and rolls around for a moment. And then it is Karen Thier.
Same thing, 3rd CCV. 5 does it. Uh, 5 and 7, 13, 15 points.
That is a wound, his 3rd. You can see he is looking nervous now, as only 2 of his men are still up. But he's trying to concentrate all fire on that Super Star Destroyer. Next person to go then is Milo. You have one guy in front
I
of
got
you.
one guy on me. I'm gonna push. Try and finish him
Yay.
off. And I get a 3 again. Man, I've been rolling nothing but 3s.
Not on damage.
It's 2 dice. Well, I ain't been rolling double 10s either. Well, there's a 10 and a 9.
Got
Up
it hit.
through his neck into his brain.
22.
He jerks a couple times, then falls over. And then it is Alchemique. And Alchemique gets a 2 this time.
Got a
And
sneak
hits
attack
for
his sorry ass.
20 points.
Ow.
Against Karen Thayer. Drives him back towards the bar. Table moves again as he tries to take the initiative from you. He's got one guy left on Inzil. Seeing his friend's beheading, he's not happy about that. He curses you in some Easterling insult and takes a swipe and gets a 6. And your DT is?
My DT is 2.
He needed a 5. So you're blocking away. She spins away from it. And then it is Armir. He will he's gonna attack Kamik. 1. It's 1 for us. 7. Still no confirm. But he did hit for 8, 10, 14. Gave him a wound. His 4th. He spins to the side. You can see he flips the weapon over in a different type of defense. And looks like he can probably attack multiple opponents if they're attacking him. The next person to go would then be Inzil. Are you still trying to use a smite?
Yeah, let's try again.
Okay.
That's a 7, so I can use the smite
All
right now.
so
See if I hit him. A 3. I hit him. Probably.
You did.
I'm going to assume. Okay.
3. It's 3d10 plus 5. All right.
4. 2d10 plus 4, and then level smite. So 3d10 plus 4. $14, 18.
Killed him. You split him half open. He falls over. What am I looking at? And falls onto his face.
What is it?
What is this? What am I looking at? The next
I've been
go, then
tickling
it's
the
Karen,
ivories.
tickling the ivory.
All right, another point of CCV. 2.
All right.
And 6, 15. Not great.
That is a wound, and he drops. And spits some curse before he falls over.
Was he the only one left?
Yeah, he was the last one.
Okay.
And just as Dromer gets up and out again.
Get this man another beer.
2 before they got me.
So what has happened in the bar? Is everyone cleared out? Are they all like, backing up? Are they?
You see on the first couple rounds, people backed up, but then the Northmen that were in there cleared out. Obviously the Easterlings that were in there were the thieves that went to Shadow and then got sneak attacks on everybody. There were 3 of them. And you don't see any sign of the cook, but you do see cowering in one of the corners is the servant girl.
Okay.
And so we'll go over to her and make sure she's doing all right. Let's see if she'll talk now.
You can see she looks up at you and she looks at your blade as you're coming over, terrified. His blood.
She's walking towards her with the blade.
The blade out.
You're next.
All right, I'm gonna take off my cowl. She has to listen to me now. Doesn't make a mental saving throw.
True enough.
or be influenced.
A 7. She is not going to make it. She's in awe as you throw off your cowl. She gives you are great.
Gonna ask her who are these men? Are they regulars in this part?
That was Alchemique and his Easterlings. They have been here for some time. Their kind rules over Rhovanion, or what's left of it.
And are they your masters?
You can see she touches the brand. They were, although I do not know who is my master now.
You don't have one anymore. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing to you, but it should be a good thing.
Well, my worry is there's more people in charge than just this guy.
Does she know any of that? Like, does she know who would be next in line, as it were?
She says all of the Easterlings who ruled over Rhun, which is the name of the town, lie dead within this bar.
Oh, well, that's nice.
But there are certainly others that could profit that have been profiting off of their service. I'm sure that they will take some stead.
Well,
And there are
please
others that I
let
will,
us know
will
which
take the
ones.
opportunity to flee.
I'm gonna make sure to take Alchemique's scimitar and
Okay.
stow it away.
I want to take his head and put it on a damn spear. Stick it outside.
Let this be a warning.
Anyway, and then we'll leave and watch the town get burnt by Easterlings.
Yeah, I just wanted to heal up my freaking 5 wounds. Thank you. very much.
I got 5 wounds on you.
Oh, you were down.
Oh, gee, I wonder why. Well, that's a surprise.
I've
They
got
love
2.
me, that poor halfling.
Okay, so I'll do Dromer first. 10, sorry.
I'll take my draw. That'll get rid of 1.
And Mark, 6, you're good.
So Mark,
And did
it's-
anybody else get hurt?
I have 2 wounds. I'm not too bad off.
Yeah,
So.
2 days.
but
She'll
still,
be
you
fine.
could get them both back. That's nice.
An 8. Yeah, that'll do it. And then I guess I had to do myself. No, I can't do myself either. Roll another 10.
All right.
Help myself to another tankard.
You can go behind the bar and pour it since there's no
Yep.
one there.
Nobody there except for the girl, and
That's
I'm
what I'm gonna
distracting
do.
her.
Might grab 2 tankards.
I'm gonna
I think
slip the girl some like 2 or 3 pieces of gold.
And what is this
Tell her
for,
to-
lady?
Tell her,
What am I to do with gold? Except for
Starting
to
your
have a man
life.
take it from me.
Well, hell, I think
Starting your
she's the new
life.
owner of this establishment now.
you, yeah, you are now a business owner. Use it to fix this place up.
I know nothing of business.
Oh well, you better learn quick.
You know how to serve a table and take money, don't you?
That I do.
You know how to run a business in.
But when the Easterlings
Congratulations.
return, they will just take it from me. And once they see my brand, the Northmen have no rights here, not among the Easterlings.
Then I'd start running southwest until you hit water.
As an option.
I can serve you, lady.
The road is dangerous where we're going, unfortunately.
Is it not dangerous for me here or anywhere I would travel?
I knew this was coming.
Handmaiden, handmaiden, handmaiden.
Oh no, can she fit in my pocket? She's kind of short, right? Well, if you go with me, there's a certain death involved. If you stay here, well, your community knows you.
There's
Your
certain
community
death
can
as
take
well.
care of you.
Who else
There
in
is
town do
probable
we gotta
death.
worry about?
You can see
What was that?
she looks shaken by all of it and looks to contemplate this in her corner.
Who else in this little podunk town do we got to worry about?
You ask her.
Yeah.
She seems
I
quite
just-
shocked by the gruff dwarf coming up to speak to her. I am sure that there are those that would profit. Probably the most of which would be
Please tell me the blacksmith. Just please.
Dolda the elder. He served most with he treated most with alchemique. But you
Listen,
might
he's-
find something else in Alchemique's hall. I was forced to go there each night. You can see she shivers.
Could she show us where that is?
I know the way. I will serve the lady and take her there.
All right. Is Alchemic's head still attached to his shoulders at this point?
I don't know. Joe is
No.
cutting it
If
off.
it's not, if it is, then Inzel's gonna make sure it's not anymore.
It's on a spike out front.
Oh, good.
Not out front.
She's gonna
'cause you haven't
spit on
gone
it.
out front yet, but you've got it cut off, I guess, and you're hauling it around.
I'll put it on one of the spears, and as we leave, I'll put it out front.
All right.
He's just
You
holding a
open up
dripping
the-
head.
All right, you open up the front door of the place, and you can see outside. The town looks to be in quite a buzz. You can see half the
Inzel
town.
puts her hood back up. Inzel puts her hood back up.
You can see half the town looks to be packing up to leave, while the rest who are not doing so would seem to be too tired or old to make an attempt to flee out of here after the damage you have done to these Easterlings, as if they know retribution is sure to follow. Some resigned to their own death, and others looking to flee, perhaps to the wood or to the north. But they are certainly on the move. You can see one of them that is not moving, that is across the open area before the tavern. Looks to be an old Northman who is blind, and he just sits there in a chair as though listening to what's going on around the area. And you can see the girl stays close to Inzel.
Is that Dolda?
And what's that?
Drummer asked, is that Dolda?
No, he is the blind. He is one of the village elders. He lost his sight last winter. He does little now but to sit on the porch. I do not know his name. I am not from here. I was brought as a slave from another village further to the east.
He probably knows a lot.
How far to the east?
Some way. It was many days, but it's very confusing, lady. I was moved so many times, and she shuts up after that.
Oh, Inzel's contemplating if she can get the girl back to her hometown or not.
I think you're stuck with her.
Carrying through, what do we do?
That's all right. She can carry my sword.
Let's go talk to the blind elder.
I've got a feeling he
Alright.
knows probably quite a bit.
You move across the street, and you get to him, and he kind of makes an acknowledgement that someone stands before him. Are you the ones that have caused so much chaos here in Rhun? A good chaos, I would think.
Well,
Laughs to
We
himself.
didn't start it, but we finished it.
Oh, nay, it is never finished. Not with these Easterlings. They will come again in force and leave nothing this time.
Why have the Easterlings traveled this far west?
They are pushed by something. The Easterlings have been among us for many decades, far too long, far too many to count at this point. But in recent years, their cruelty has reached new levels among those Northmen who remain in the ancient lands once called Rhovanion. Alchemique was just one of many, and he draws his line from the Wainwriters of old, who put the final seal on the tomb of Rhovanion before my father was born. The men of Gondor no longer come here, nor do the Rohirrim, who were once part of our race in distant times. Now, Only the Easterlings come, burning, killing, as they always have, until there is nothing left, which is why these lands are now called the Brown Lands. If you intend to travel east, beware the long fingers of Dagorlad, as those marches are ever expanding to the north, and word among those fleeing toward the Anduin indicate a sorceress has come out of the Southlands and laid claim to much of the territory between the wood and the inland sea.
I thank you for your.
Perks up at the mention of southern sorceresses.
Yeah, she's like,
You know, there were many trained with you, and they were all taken
oh no.
You were the last to go north.
Wonder how often they have people come through here.
Who? Gruff one.
The Easterlings. How often you got a group come through here?
Every few days. They have messengers, riders always. They are fervent riders. As good, they say, as the Rohirrim, if matched on horseback. You can see Armir nods at this. 'Tis true, they are fine horsemen.
Did the group we just killed have any horses?
You can see the girl nods. Yes, Alchemique had horses, 8 fine stallions, brought from the lands of the east. They would be at his stead.
Those horses
Good.
might need new masters, I think.
You're good, Easterlings, but you're no Rohirrim.
Sure, no, Rohirrim. That'd make them mad. Oh, they'd be mad. I was really hoping for this campaign somebody would play a Rohirrim, but we had our old characters, so it's fine.
Well, should we go
I
check
would have
out?
played one, but the whole thing in the bar would have ended like quite a bit different, I think.
Should we
Yeah,
go?
I'll thank him for his time. What is your name?
My name is Kelb. Although I will not be remembered much longer, I fear. But I am too old to go now and
Kelb
try
the
to find a
Blind.
new life. I will join my brethren in the west, in the Great Hall.
Indeed you will. Yeah, so let's head to Alchemique's place.
All right. You head
Yeah.
further through the ruin until you find until she shows you Alchemique's hall. Along the way, she tells you her name is Farah, Farra. And you make it to the hall. You can see the hall itself is closed, but there is a stable to the side of it, and you can see the gate there is open, and there are no steeds within. And men still move about.
Oh,
No,
well.
no
It was worth
Easterlings.
a look.
I thought she said that this was all of them.
It was.
Maybe the locals stole all their horses.
Damn right.
Fair.
Well, let's go check out his
They're
place
fleeing,
then.
that's where I would go
If they're
first.
running, they're taking the horses.
Yep.
You could stop. There are still people moving past. If you could stop and ask somebody if you wanted to, but or you could actually Armir could follow the hooves if you wanted. Yeah, he's actually got tracker as a fated trait. Yeah, he's tough when it comes to tracking. If you wanted to find the horses for sure before they've gone too far.
Yeah, I think if it's the villagers taking them,
More power to them.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
let
need
the villagers take them. They need them.
I'm sure they're traveling fast too. So
You move into the Hall of Alchemique. There you search well. You can see there are many sleeping furs and stuff in one section, and you can see in that area is one that Forrest stays away from. But otherwise, you are able to get through the entire area, and you find a coffer that they have filled with 250 gold pieces and 500 silver, is what they have collected amongst themselves here. But otherwise, nothing of particular value to you in the hall other than, goods and stuff like that. Unless you wanted fur blankets, Easterling blankets, or stuff like that, obviously are here, but he spits on it.
Yeah, Ansel's just gonna trash the place. That's all she wants to do.
Burn it. She loves to
Yeah,
burn.
she just wants to. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's got a grudge now.
This place
Well,
is
Karen,
good.
there, what can we do for these people?
I'd like to take this money and see if there's someone in the village who could use it to hire some defense for the village.
You're making the assessment that the village is going to be here in another day, other than the old or infirm, which seem to be the only ones staying, unless
Yeah,
there's somebody
everyone else
here.
is gone.
You could try.
And the
she
only
said-
mercenaries are probably Easterlings, who I don't think we're going to be able to hire. So
You could.
Yeah.
She says you could only. The only person that might have some sway would be Dolda the Elder, if you wish to speak to him. His family lives to the north of town through the ruin. I'm not sure if he will flee or not, for he had such a good relation with the Easterlings. You can see she's almost
Yeah.
sneers at that.
If he doesn't flee, he might want to as soon as we get there.
Yeah, let's go talk to him.
All right. She leads you through the ruin. And as she does, you can see Armir watches the track, and he says 8 shod horses were moved through this area in a cluster.
Moving towards the house we're going to, you think?
That's what I would think.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And finally, you see a hall in you would assume this is probably a once proud noble's home, for it is made of heavy stone and has horse sculptures before its doors, something that would have been quite a standard motif for lords of Rhovanion. And sitting outside the hall, you can see that there are 8 horses that are currently being tended to by 3 3 young Northmen, and you can see on the step area in front of the hall itself, you can see there is an older Northman and another younger Northman. Those 4 all bear the same kind of appearance, as if they're probably related, maybe a father and his sons. And then you can see at another building to the left, looks like maybe a bunkhouse or something like that. You can see 10 men, low men, for no other standpoint, city men, low men, toughs that are kind of watching as you walk up. They get up, come sauntering over like they're real badass.
Puffing out their
Yeah.
chests.
Do you
Someone
still have your cowl away? You haven't re-put
No,
it up.
it's up. Yeah, it's up.
You put it back up?
Yeah,
Okay.
as we left the.
Is Dromer still
Establishment.
walking around with the head?
No, I pushed that out
You
front of the bar.
Put it out in front of the inn, yeah.
Okay.
And
Hey,
you can
Karen,
see the older guy steps forward and says, "What brings you here, Outlanders?"
You want
You
to
have
tell him
no-
he's got our horses?
Yeah.
You have something that belongs to me.
Have our horses.
We recently acquired these horses, definitely legally.
We're looking for Dolda the Elder.
You found him.
So you've heard what's happened in this town tonight.
Yes. Trouble. That's what you brought here amongst my step. I'll have to deal with it.
So let's see, there's 5 of us, 8 horses. You brought 3 too many.
So are you going to flee this town as well?
Nay, I have no reason to flee.
That's what a horse says. Nay.
So you're just gonna stay here and take advantage of everybody else that lives or stays?
It's none of your business, dwarf. Why don't you go back to the lonely mountain that spawned
Oh,
you?
it's gonna be my business.
You can see a couple of the guys they shove each other. They're gonna get the dwarf.
I need whirlwind. Should have took that.
You should have took, but you didn't. You went a good
Armor
route,
Servant.
taking whirlwind. Yeah. Because everyone, you feel like everyone would that's a warrior takes whirlwind. I can see why though. I mean, it's a hell of a skill, but all right. Move on then, Elf. I have no business treating with you or those who bring such pestilence on my well-being and that of my family.
We'll be going
But
as
you
long as
can
you give
leave
us
the
our
girl.
horses.
We have use for her.
You brought the pestilence on yourself, human.
Wait a second. What?
The second you threw down your lot with the Easterlings.
You make threats, Elf?
I don't need to make threats. I state the truth.
Looks like
You
it's
can-
going down in Chinatown.
You can see he nods to a couple of his cronies that came out of the bunkhouse. Get the girl. Right.
Nope. Enzo's pushing them away.
There you go.
Good luck with that, buddy.
I see why men have fallen so low. They think way too much of themselves and their abilities.
All right, it's on.
Yep. Enzel's pulling her sword. She's stepping in front of Farah.
Great name, by the way.
What a great name.
Which one? Farah?
Farah.
Farah, yeah.
Is it a knit then?
Yeah. Is it a knit then? Mark's anxious for some knit. Yeah, it can be a knit.
Yeah, if they're going after Farah, then
Not a one.
5
Come
plus
on.
3 is 8.
Hey,
what is that? 5. 6 for Enzel.
6?
Yeah.
Parenthier.
9 plus 1 is a 10. Faster
Dromer.
this time.
13.
That dwarf's worked up. He's ready to get knocked out quick again. And sleep through the battle.
Third time's the charm.
Don't worry, I'll get that critical and knock you out again. Taylor's spite is always in play, right, Mark?
What's that?
I said Taylor's spite is always in play.
Hold on just a second. I need to go check them.
It's a sucky thing. It's a sucky thing that needs to be gotten rid of.
All right, I think I got everybody down. So let's see. The thugs, they all get 9s. Let's get them, boys. The 3 sons buy the horses, and they get 6s. And then Dolda the elder, he gets a 4. And Dolda the lesser, his son that's standing next to him, he gets a 13.
Wow.
Okay. We ready? So Dromer is first at 13. What would you like to do, Dromer?
What's near me?
I mean the lesser men are moving over, but you've got a good range to rush at anybody you wanted to. Probably the only ones you couldn't get to because of the step would be the elder or the lesser, but you could get to the 3 sons that are by the horses, or you get to the 10 guys that are coming to get the girl.
I'll help the girl first.
Oh, charges into one. He's got an axe.
Watch out, boys. That is a 4. Will hit. What is that? 17 points.
You cut him in half. He goes down, blood sprays up in the air in a great fountain. The next person to go then is the lesser. You can see draws forth a blade. You can see it has a couple runes on it. It's a broad bastard sword, Northman bastard sword, and he moves down off the climb to stand with his brothers, basically, but he's not moving in to engage to take an attack because he can't get there this round. Then it will be Karen at 10. Karen I'll let Karen and Inzel both make an awareness check.
Okay. 6
6.
out of 9.
You both made it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Unless there's any negatives.
Yeah, no, there's no negatives. Both of you can feel a great darkness within Dolda the Elder.
Oh boy.
Probably a caster.
Hmm.
Okay. And that changes things a bit.
I thought it might.
Definitely
Yeah.
not going to feel bad about this.
I'm going to
Not that I was going to anyway.
from the end of my staff, I'm going to blast him with a secret fire.
Ace the secret fire. Oh, one thing we didn't do, and I think I want to do for secret fire. Obviously the secret fire does damage to creatures, but I want you to add a damage additive to it. Should be your level.
Okay.
So if you're 9th level, it's +9. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Because it only affects evil things. So
Right. But
yeah,
it affects them nastily, yeah. And the
let me
more
write that
powerful
down.
wizard, the more powerful it could hurt him.
Okay. So here's my casting check. It's heavy, by the way. That's a
His
6.
His DT is 2.
Okay, so he got him with a 6.
Yep.
I'm gonna do this +9. Ooh, 19, 20, 26.
26. You blast him. You can see your staff just lights up, and you can see a blazing light goes forward and hits him. And you can see as it does, his body comes apart. And as it starts coming apart from the light, from you blasting through him, you can see what look to be the shapes of crows just blast out and then vaporate into shadow off of him as he just comes apart with the blast.
Not freaking crows.
Jesus. That is creepy.
Here we go again. Remember from the Savage Worlds part when we did it? The crow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Return.
Teleportation by a crow.
Crows are
Like
horrid.
he took off.
No, he was blasted into oblivion, but obviously he had a dark nature of crows within him. But you dispelled that as you blew through him
Nice.
with the
Wow.
sacred fire. That's nice. So I got that going for me. Next person to go
Daddy!
is Milo at 8.
I would suggest we tell his men to stand down, but I don't want to deny Milo and Dromer the pleasure of wiping these guys out. Oh, well, and his son's on it. Probably going to be too happy.
Right. He's got 4 sons there. Milo, can you hear me? Because I can hear you.
What's that? Sorry.
Your turn.
It's Milo's attack.
Okay. Well, can Milo sneak this round or no?
No, there are too many men around. You're in the open area in front of the hall.
Okay, I'll just stab one of the Jogus then.
Okay.
And that is a 9, so I probably missed.
No, they've got no DT.
Oh wow. Okay.
They're just mopes.
They're farm hands.
Then I got 7 + 3 is 10 points.
Killed him. Yeah. Slashed him down. Oh, he topples over. Next person to go is Armir.
That's easy.
You can see he raises Aeglian, and he points it at Golder the Lesser, who has the broadsword, and blasts him with a lightning bolt.
But there is no corruption in the kids.
That you
Not
know
that you
of.
sense. No.
Okay.
So he doesn't hit him with the blade, but he does blast him with the lightning. And does 16, 19 points. And it sucks. It's still only one wound. You can see the lightning goes across the ground and lights him up. He smokes a bit, but is still standing rather easily from that hit. Next person to go is Inzel at 6.
Okay. Insel's not gonna move away from Farah if
Right.
she doesn't have to.
Doesn't
So
have
unless
to.
anybody's within striking distance, she's going
They're
to.
They're men. They're men. They're
There-
trying to get.
Okay.
Yeah, they're told to get.
Okay. All right, let's do a point of fire into this. Let's see if I hit. I just it's a 2. I guess I would hit.
Yep. Slash.
I guess 2 hits. All right. So 3 to 10. 15, 20.
Killed him. He bursts into blue flame and screams and runs around for a second before falling over onto the ground. The next person to go would be these guys. So we'll go 2, 2, and 3. Let's see who they're going. First one is going.
If I didn't sense the evil, Enzel, I was going to give you some DT, but sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Probably good to get rid of him.
This ain't
Yeah.
good.
3 of them jump Milo.
I just said this ain't good.
And there are the other 3 of this are all, or 3 of the sons or with the horses actually mount up and pull spears. So that's their action, but they are cavaliers, so they'll turn on you with their horses. And the next person to go, or then there. So 2 on Caranthier, a 6 and a 3. They missed against your heavy armor. Against Dromer, a 2 does hit. One of them hits you, but only does 7 points. Clang! Off your heavy armor. And 3 on Milo. 3 will hit you. No, it will not. You're got a 4, right? Yep. All missed. You
Yep.
dodge amongst them. Come back here. And that is all of them. The last person to go would have been the elder, but he's dead. So we go back to the top of the order. Dromer, 13. You have 2 on you.
2 on me. Nah, that's a 5. That'll hit. For 23 points.
You did 3 points?
23.
Okay, yeah, that kills you.
Considerably different.
That's a low one.
Big difference there.
The next person to go then is the lesser. You can see he rushes Aramir. Well, call odd or even, Caranthier, because you blew up his dad.
Odd.
Odd. So he's going after Caranthier. He rushes you with his bastard sword and hits with 2. And he does 21 points.
Yeah.
Slashes you. You'll pay for killing my father. Then the next person to go is Caranthier, 10.
That was not your father. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna cast a heavy shatter
On his sword.
on his sword.
Okay.
This
So
is a
I need-
minus.
Yeah,
Wait.
go for it.
So what?
Yeah, so his sword is medium, so you need to cast it as a medium, but if you get it, you shatter it.
Oh, so just a medium. Okay.
Yeah.
2. That'll make the casting.
Okay, so you will shatter it, but it does get a saving throw because it is magic. So we'll see what it gets here. It's got a 50-50 shot. It shatters.
Wow.
Oh,
It falls into shards all over the ground. Damn you. The next person to go then are the little guys, actually. Two on Caranthir. Both missed. 5 and a 7. One on Dromer. 5 missed. 3 on Milo. One
Miss.
hit with a
Miss.
1.
No, miss.
No critical. And he does 10 points. Probably not enough to hurt you.
Nope.
And then the next person to go is Milo at 8.
kick this
Good.
bugger.
He will try and stab one of them.
Okay.
And I got a 7. What's their DT?
None.
So I hit. I thought these guys may have had different DTs.
No. All these thugs are. You haven't hit the Cavaliers yet. They have
But 10 plus 3, 13 points.
Killed him. Falls over. Armir. He's going to help Caranthir and attack the Lesser, even though the Lesser doesn't have a blade at this point. Because there's nothing on Enzel currently, right? Yeah. He gets a 10, so he misses anyway. The next person to go then would be the 3 Cavaliers, which move around. They are looking to grab the girl. So they come around. 2 of them are going to be on Enzel, and one's going to grab her at the girl. So we'll go one on the girl, hits her. She screams as he grabs her by the hair and pulls her up toward at the horse. The other 2, which come and flash at you with spears, Enzel. One of them hitting and doing 13 points. And then it is Enzel's.
All right. I'm going to ignore the guys who hit me and go after the one that's grabbing Farah.
Try to slash him off the horse.
Yep.
Are you going to put anything in?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do fire.
Do the Conan low chop and the horse will fly.
He flies off the
That's what your armor is going to do.
That's a 2.
Okay.
Funny, you take out the front legs of the horses and not much of a cavalier.
Mhm.
Six, 17.
17. He
Yes.
has 8, 9, 17. Exactly kills him.
Nice.
You drop him off
Nice.
the horse. He drops her. She rolls across the ground. And then it is top of the order, Dromer, and then the Lesser.
Got one left on me.
Yep.
Boy, this is a rough night for Farah.
I think I'm
Yes.
gonna. I'm gonna.
Hell of a night for Farah.
Ah, shit. They're around her, aren't they? So I have to move.
Yeah,
So-
and they're on you. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can't disengage.
Yep. So I'll attack the one on me. Well, that's a 1, so I'll auto confirm that.
Oh, no, why not? He's only a mope, but sure. Let's see what
That's a
he-
6.
6 is plus D10.
So 3d10. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 19, 24, 29 points.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
half.
Cut him down with the dwarven axe. He'll be spreading his seed nowhere else. The next person going is the Lesser. You can see he pulls a short sword out from his belt, and he tries to shove it in Caranthir's guts with a 1. Oh, come on! Confirm for the first time tonight. 8. No confirm.
Spite dice are hot.
But he still does 18 points.
Okay.
Flashes you that. And then it is Caranthir.
I'm gonna hit the. So is he currently the only one on me?
Yeah. And you and Army are on him.
I'm going to go ahead and
Cut
I'm
him
gonna go-
down.
I'm going to push
Push with what?
with my sword.
Do you have your sword out?
I haven't used it yet. No.
Right.
Do you
I
have
thought you
quick?
just walked. He doesn't.
So what's still on Enzel then?
Two
I have
cavalry.
forgets on me.
Okay. I'm going to cast medium DT to give her 2 DT
Okay.
Thank you.
and a 1, so 3.
All right. So you're up to 4 DT now. And then it is theirs, the lesser guys at least. 2 on there are 2 on Carinthir. I'm sorry, Carinthir. You had 2 of the lesser guys on you. They haven't hit you, but
Oh, okay.
and they still don't hit you. Dromer, you're free now. There are 2 still on Milo. Both 9.
2? I thought I killed 2.
You killed one of them. There are 2 left.
Oh, okay.
You go right after them to try to get the second one, and that's all of them. So it's Milo's.
Okay. Let's stab this Jobu.
Milo, you did kill one to begin the battle, but that was before they assigned. So you have killed 2 technically, but
6, that will hit.
okay.
And he takes 5 + 3, 8 points.
Killed him. Killed him. Slashed him down. Next person to go is Aramir. He'll attack the lesser. How much else he can do? Hit. And does a wound. And then it is the 2 Cavaliers go against Enzel. One would have hit, but missed, and the other one got a 10. So clank. She
Nice.
blocks one away, awarded by the grace of the Noldor. And then it is Enzel's.
All right, go after one of the other ones. That is a 6. And again, with the fire. Mm. 23, 24, 25, no, yeah, 25.
Killed him. Blast him off his horse. He sets a flame. The horse shies away, rolling its eyes at the heat from your blade. The next person to go is then top of the order, Dromer.
The last horseman.
Oh, he goes over.
That is a 6 to hit. So
Hits him.
for 11, 16 points.
1 wound. Still up. Ugh. Next person to go is the lesser. He attacks Carinthir again. He gets a 2. He
Man,
will not die. And he got 20 points.
wound.
You'll die. And then after him comes Carinthir.
Hold my weapon.
Bing, blade comes out. Next person to go are the 2 on Carinthir. Double 1s.
Get out of here with that shit.
The 2 lesser guys got him. We gotcha. A 7, not confirmed, but a 2. I finally confirmed one. It just took me double criticals to get it. And the critical is a 5, which is 1d10 damage stunned 1 round. Oh! They knock you to the side of the head with a mace or something they had. Eat this.
So there are 2 hits or 1 hit,
Just
2
one
hits.
hit.
One of them's a critical.
Oh,
but these are both with light weapons.
No, they're medium weapons, but they don't get any add to it, so it's hard for
So
them.
Let's roll my fate.
Okay.
I've got 9, so I'm going to lose something.
The turn 7. So you don't take the critical hit, right?
Right.
You just take that 1, but it wasn't a critical, and he does 17 points, 9 and an 8.
And I don't take the stun.
Yes. But you did take 17 points. I don't know if you can take that without a wound, but
Oh, no, I have to take it.
Okay, so you took 1 wound from him. You got rid of the critical stun one. That
Mhm.
right. So, but you did take a wound. And the one on Milo, 2. 8 points though to Milo. He absorbs that one.
Yep. Not enough.
And then Milo at 8. 1 left on you.
Woohoo! I will stab him. 1,
Ugh.
6, no confirm. So, and then I do 9 plus 3, 12 points of damage.
Killed him. Yeah. He falls over.
We'll stab him repeatedly.
And then Armir, he is going to attack the lesser, I guess. Still got 3 guys on Karen here. And that misses by 1. I needed a 5. Oh, he turns it away with a short sword. Inzil. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Inzil and then the Cavalier.
Okay, last one on me. That is an 8. Let's
He
see
has
if
2
I-
DTs, so that misses.
2 DT. So miss. Okay.
And then him on you. 10. He missed. So we go back to the top of the order, Dromer.
I attacked the Cavalier last
You're on
time.
the Cavalier still, yeah. She's trying to get it. You're trying to get him. You're on either side of him. He's swinging wildly back and forth.
That is a 5 to hit. So for double 8, so 21 points.
He's down. He falls off the horse. Then it
Jeez,
is
that dwarf's a monster.
the lesser. 4, and he's got a 9, so and he's got 2 wounds, which is 1. Still hit. And does 12 points.
Not enough.
And thank God he didn't have his bastard sword. Then after him comes the 2 on Caranthir, then Milo. 8 and 8. So doubles for both of them both times. So they
Get 'em,
missed
Milo.
Milo.
They must be twins.
Right? They might be. You're gonna kill one of the
Okay.
guys on one of the mopes on Caranthir, or you're going after the big guy?
I'll get one of the mopes on Caranthir because
Okay.
he's probably hurt.
Well, he's the only
Yes.
person with anything on him anymore, so it's just whichever ones you want to kill or start working on.
I got an 8, so that will hit.
Yep.
And I do 6 plus 3, 9 points.
Killed him. Brother. Killed one of his brother.
You'll pay for that.
The next person to go then is
Of course,
Armir.
turns all his anger on Milo.
Uh-huh.
Armir,
Critical.
this time he hit and did 2 wounds. Ugh. He's staggered. He takes a step back, bleeding profusely from a wound. You can see electrical shock dancing over his armor. Inzil, you could go after the lesser or the final little guy on Caranthir, the mope. Which one?
Yeah, let's just get the little guy over with. That's a 5. And no fire this time. He doesn't need it. 17.
Killed him. He dies. Dromer, you can finish off the lesser before he
Yeah,
gets
we'll-
to attack, but he goes next.
We'll push into him.
Ah,
That is a 4.
okay.
It's 3d10. That is 7 and 9 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. Plus 5, 25 points.
Killed him. Down he goes.
And as you do that, Caranthir takes a
Takes a
knee.
knee.
Takes the knee. He's hurt.
Ugh.
They put it to him.
God.
Farah runs over.
How many hits do you have?
Throws her arms around
4.
your waist, Inzil,
4.
in tears.
Milo will give
Pat
you
her
his
head.
potion of healing.
Pat her on the head.
Take me to 3.
Yeah. So that way you're only at -1. Right?
You should
Okay.
still have one of your own.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
he
gonna-
used his, didn't he?
don't
I
think
thought
did.
I thought he used his on Talisrid or something. 'cause
Yeah,
we
I think
used
you
some
might
of
have.
them.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
That's why I figured I'd give him mine.
And then where's my? Okay, so this is
And then that way you
Healing-
can still cast as well.
healing check on myself, but at -1. So that means I
Okay.
need a 7 or better. A 1. Cool. So I get 2 back. I've only got 1 wound. Who was anybody else even hurt?
I am
Oh.
at 3.
Oh, Milo. Yeah, Milo got
Okay,
beat
here's
up.
Milo. No minus on this. 6. You're good, Milo. You get 2 back.
That's why I gave you my thing.
And you guys are I assume you're gonna search this area and the hole, correct?
Yeah.
Within it looks
Milo
like this
wants cash.
it looks like Dolba traded in information, and you find a lot of letters in his office, some of them concerning your company and Inzel, some coming from as far away from Angmar, others coming from Dagorlad. They include the signs of the Witch King,
Jesus.
of another name only known to Inzel. You know your buddy.
Mhm.
You also get the name Marimore, and the name Kamul. Miramore is spelled M-I-R M-I-R-U-I-M-O-R, Miramore. And Kamul is K-H-A-M-U-L. And the letters indicate that your party is trying to make its way to Rhun and should be stopped. Inzel should be taken hostage and brought back to Mount Gundabad for full indoctrination.
Oof.
Oof. Otherwise, inside you find 140 gold, 320 silver pieces, and then of course the 8 fine Easterling horses that are currently outside this area as well. And everyone gets 1,850 EXP. Oh, I missed it by a minute. 701. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
I blame Mark. He was late. But I was close.
I'll take the blame this time. My stupid email thing is full, so I got to go in and clear some crap out.
27,250.
Gee, it's like Scott planned this.
Right.
We're all at 29,000.
29,100.
I'm not there. What